Hello, welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV. That's facebook.com/Technology Review TV. And remember to click the like button, like our show, and tell a friend what you've learned here on Technology Review. You can send me a tweet on Twitter by going to twitter.com/Mac Jackson Jr. That's twitter.com/Mac Jackson Jr. Or go to my website at macjacksonjr.com. It's macjacksonjr.com. Register for upcoming workshops and get a free report on identity theft and fraud by signing up. In this segment, we call it the Business Spotlight. Well, what is the Business Spotlight? The Business Spotlight talks about companies and businesses, why it's very, very important for your business, people that you know who are in business, to have cybersecurity awareness. Cybersecurity awareness, folks. It's not just an IT issue anymore. It is the bottom line. Even the CFOs are starting to recognize this and putting more attention to it. Speaking of businesses and why cybersecurity awareness is important, if you are a user of email from Yahoo, one of the Yahoo customers, you should be really concerned. We started off our show last week talking about the 1.5 billion accounts that were compromised in 2013. That's over 3 years ago, by Yahoo, by cyber criminals, that is, that attacked Yahoo's servers and compromised 1.5 billion. The information was like, well, what did they compromise? Well, the reports have it that they compromised basically everything from your name, your address, your birth date, even your security questions. Now, this is important, folks, because if your security questions are compromised and they are sent to or traded, that is, bought and traded from the database in the darknet, then profiles can be developed about you to use for other accounts, not just your Yahoos, but we're talking your bank, your other financing, and other important information about yourself. So that's why it's very, very important. If you still want to maintain your Yahoo account, change your password immediately, and I would suggest changing it every 30 days for the next 3 to 6 months. Change your password. Now you may say, that's a lot of passwords to remember. It is, but our third segment, definitely stay tuned for our next segment after this, and we'll talk about ways that you can protect your password and have some tools that can help you out. So again, if you are a Yahoo user and you've had Yahoo email account for a while, I would suggest changing your password regularly and not having the same password. Your information was compromised if you're one of the 1.5 billion accounts. One more thing. If you have a friend or a family member that has Yahoo, tell them what I just told you, this story, and spread the word. Let people know who have Yahoo accounts. So the biggest question that I have for business owners out there is, what is the biggest cybersecurity threat to businesses? The biggest cybersecurity threat to businesses, right? And that is real simple. Businesses are not mapping the cybersecurity threat to their bottom line. They are starting to now, but they haven't been before, mapping the cybersecurity threat to their bottom line. Now, what do I mean by that? The threat of cybersecurity now, folks, have been in the news. Our last presidential election had a tremendous amount of stories surrounding the cybersecurity and how it affected our elections. Allegedly, that's being investigated. But it is out there. It could be homegrown as well as foreign-grown threats that affect our elections, and it can affect you individually, folks. These are people, especially in a presidential election and large corporations, they have the millions of dollars to protect their servers or protect their data. If they can't protect their data, what about the small mom and pop shops, right? If you have a business and you work from home, or a small office where you have a laptop, is your data protected as well as a large corporation like Target or Yahoo or any of these other major corporations? Think about it. It's very important for you as an individual, a small business owner, to stay wise and on top of what you can do to protect your business. In other words, there are two types of awareness regarding cybersecurity. Usually the individual business owners are either reactive and then proactive. In other words, they wait, they're unaware, and they react. They'll say, well, I'll worry about that when it happens. When it does happen, then they want it fixed like yesterday. They'll contact their IT people, they'll contact their legal people, their HR folks, and they'll say, we need to get this issue resolved. Well, then the question comes back to is, what have you done in preparing for this mishap or this data breach within your organization? Have you taken the necessary due diligences in protecting your customers' personal identifiable information? If the answer to this question is that, well, no, we haven't, because we assumed it was done by some other folks within our organization or a third party, the onus comes back to the business owner, the CEO, and the management staff. It is your responsibility to make sure that you have proper measures put in place. And when I mean proper measure, folks, I mean more than just someone's acknowledging with a nod of the head saying, yes, we are protected from cybersecurity threats in our organization. No, we need to have documented proof and tested, folks. If there was a threat or audit with your business that you had to show in a legal case what you have done in an audit, you need to be able to show all the steps that you have done to protect your company's data, more than just a handshake and a nod stating that it's happened or it's written down in some book somewhere. In other words, your employees need to have training. That's very, very important, have training. Because these are the facts, folks. Companies that have cybersecurity data breaches, over half of them go out of business after this breach because they can't recover. They're trying to recover because of the financial losses that happen to the organization, the reputational damages that happens to a business, as well as a legal entanglement. Now, it's been predicted that there's about $280 right now per record in losses that a company can undertake. But again, that's if you have to report to the customer that their data was stolen. What if you're involved in a lawsuit from the attorney generals around the country, or involved in a class action lawsuit from individual customers? It can cost you millions. And it's possible that your cybersecurity insurance may not, again, folks, may not cover you for all of these losses. So that's why it's very important that you prepare and prep your departments within your organization, your IT department, your HR department, and your legal department. Create an informational governance within your organization to have these added protections. Then after you do this, folks, then you understand that cybersecurity is not just an IT issue, it's a company issue that can affect the bottom line of your organization. So protect your business, folks. Protect your organization. Next question for you. How would you know if you were under a cyber attack, and how much would it cost you? Would you know, and how much would it cost you? So when we speak of would you know, this is cyber security or cyber threats, cyber attacks, folks. It's like, the best way to describe it is an invisible thief. It's a visible thief of the night or the day, whenever they do the attack. They would come in and steal your data by making a copy of it. So your original still exists, but they'll make a copy of all your important documents and then sell that information into the dark net, which is the underground market where all the cyber thieves have a flea market back and forth of selling information that they've stolen. But then when you look at your data, it looks fine. It looks perfectly fine. It looks like there was nothing going on. That's what makes this very, very stealthy and very brazen for these cyber thieves, because information, you can't see it. When it's stolen, you don't know that it's gone. It may take you anywhere from 60 days to 3 years to realize you've gone under a cyber breach. So I have a suggestion for you. The best way to do this is have your employees trained. I would suggest having your employees trained by attending one of our workshops. That's right, folks. We have a workshop coming up that's packed full of information, how to protect your business when it involves a cyber threat. The best way to do that is to sign up for our Cybersecurity Awareness Workshop. It will be January 24th, 2017, held at the New Horizons Learning Center, 2674 Lake Mead Boulevard, Suite 250, here in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's right, folks, here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we can make arrangements if you're from out of town, other parts of the country, to come to Vegas for this event. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to learn a lot about how to protect your business and mitigate the damages of identity theft and fraud. Go to my website, macjacksonjr.com, click on the right side events, and sign up for this event, folks. Sign up your employees. You'll be glad that you did. We'll be right back after these messages.